Hi, I'm here with the co-founders of VibeHub, Alessio Mack and Matthew Myers. Welcome, guys.
Thanks for having
Thank
us,
you.
man.
It's a pleasure.
Nice to hear.
Yeah, this is a interesting virtual reality product. I'm really big on virtual reality, and this is going to combine and monetize the music aspect, but also a lot of other stuff. So if you want to start to get into it, your backgrounds, what what you're about, and how you got into this position.
Yeah, so Alessio and I met, we started talking about a year ago while he was working on a virtual reality poker program which he was developing. And then he was just like, because I've been into like poker for quite a while, and he was just bouncing off ideas for me. And I was into crypto at the time, and he really wasn't. So eventually, about 6 months ago, we started working basically with the idea for VibeHub. And that's kind of when VibeHub originally started. And it was pretty lucky because not a lot of people know this, but whenever you first start trying to find developers or anything like that for virtual reality programming, it's not that easy to do, because whenever in Bachelor of Science for Computer curriculums, they don't really teach this. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
basically for a programmer like Alessio, you have to go and learn it all on his own. So by the time, because he was developing virtual reality programming for like 2 years before we even started talking. So by the time we met 6 months ago and we started developing VibeHub, it was like a really easy transition. And we're able to get everything out there really quick, and we accomplished a lot in the last 6 months.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome, man. Oh yeah. So where do you see this thing going?
Well, right now, we weren't going to do it, but by August 6th, before the token sale, we're going to have VibeHub Live, where you're going to be able to go in and basically chill in our room in virtual reality. So you're going to go in, and there's like a dashboard set up, and you're going to be able to then we'll take you like into a theater room where we're going to have like a few YouTube videos up, and we're developing a commercial right now, so you're going to be able to watch that in VR technology. And then you're going to go into like another room where it's just going to be like in the video that we put out, where it's going to be like a chill room, I guess you'd say. And then we'll have another couple of YouTube videos up. So just give people like to test it out, get used to the platform, get used to, for new people, VR in general. And then we'll also be putting out our hub as well, where people, it's kind of like Steam, but only for music. So users can go on and like, we'll have it all categorized. So like original content, and then just for people who are posting just music that they like or that haven't really been heard before. And then you'll be able to, like, whenever the Vibe currency goes live on exchanges, that's whenever you like start to be able to tip each other and stuff like that. But on August 6th, that's what's really cool about us, because we're starting to build our user base immediately. We don't have to wait 6 months or a year to start building through our hub, because it's free. Just like that's why Steam was able to be so successful, because people can just go on and start posting content without even hitting exchanges. So starting August 6th, we're already building for the future with our user base.
Yeah, that's fucking cool. The fact that a lot of musicians are going to want to use that, because it's like, boom, free ammo, you're getting free views, you're getting paid for your music. Because I mean,
yes.
No matter what you do,
there's no middleman. Like we're not taking any cut. You're not going to need 600,000 views on a YouTube video to make any money on VibeHub.
Yeah,
it's you post really good content and really good music. At the end of the day, that's what always gets rewarded.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna be cool. I mean, I can imagine.
I was just going to add that the music marketplace is really it's just the beginning of what we have planned. We have to start somewhere. So we figure, Matthew's been a musician all of his life. I also have dealt with projects in the music industry, as well as have a passion for music. So we said, hey, as the first proof of concept, the first marketplace and hub that we put on this platform, why not be something for music creators? Because it doesn't seem to be anything on the blockchain or off the blockchain, for that matter, really catering to those content creators like, songwriters, music producers, etc. On top of that, the video we released, we thought it would be a good idea to give everybody, insight to what we've been working on, because we've been working really hard to present this platform to everybody. And we decided recently that the video, even though we love the video, we think that it doesn't really do it justice, because looking at it on a screen is not the same as putting the headset on and being in that immersive world. I mean, it's a whole completely, different experience. So that's why we decided to make the beta available to download, so you can actually experience some of those environments, obviously with limited features until we actually have the Vibe currency in general circulation. But in the meantime, you'll be able to at least get an idea of, the environments, the UI, and also get educated a little bit on our platform and the product.
That's really cool. When will that be available to use?
August 6th.
August 6th. Oh wow, that's you can't ask for more than that before the actual sale itself. You get to use the platform.
Yeah, and now what's really cool is the future. So we'll have that available August 6th, and then the token sale will get over, and then that's whenever we'll really start to expand our team from what it is now. Get more 3D designers, graphic designers, more developers, stuff like that. And then we're going to start, so the themes that you're going to use now, we're going to have dozens and dozens of themes built into it. You'll actually be able to customize your own theme. So that room that you see in the video, you'll be able to put whatever you want in it. Like, you want your couch here, you want a TV there, or you can have a dog in there if you want to. You basically be able to customize your room to whatever you want. Like, we'll be able to make it so your room's in the middle of Times Square in New York City, or your room's in the middle of a Grand Canyon. We'll be able to make a limited amount of themes to whatever you want.
Yeah, that's fucking amazing.
Exactly.
And then we'll start developing that, and then in February, that's whenever we'll really go live for all the musicians and everybody, so you can really get into it.
Yeah.
And as we're doing that the whole time, we're also dealing, which is the real money in VR, is the augmented reality. Mm-hmm. That's whenever through holoportation imaging and all that stuff, we're going to be developing that the entire time, and we're figuring by March we're going to release a video that's going to completely change the landscape of how people view virtual reality and augmented technology in general.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing. We're on the tip of that
VR. It's really easy for us. I shouldn't say it's easy. It's easy for us because we have a good base already. Mm-hmm. But what we'll be able to do is we'll just use a certain band, for example. Let's say, I don't know, a band, somebody that everybody knows. Let's say Selena Gomez. Mm-hmm. People don't realize to book Selena Gomez for, let's say, for a show, which is basically what we'd be booking her for, would be $200,000. So we'll pay Selena Gomez $200,000, and we'll get her to come in, and she'll promote VibeHub to all her fans on Twitter, all her fans on Instagram, everywhere, and say, I'm streaming a show in augmented reality on this day, mm-hmm. and then just get people the idea. And then we'll probably pick 5 or 6 fans, basically give that point of view from how it's actually going to look, and we'll record it all, and then we'll basically give the idea of a complete world at that point, where you'll see the show from, I'm just using her example, Selena Gomez, and then you'll turn around and hop on a train, and then that train, and then we'll use somebody else, a pretty big chef somewhere, and then that chef, and then you'll see a cooking course, mm-hmm. or something like that, or we'll use a university course, for example, so people can get the idea of a complete world, and then we'll throw that on YouTube for people to see what we're up to at that point, just to get an idea of what it's going to be like in 2019.
Let me also just add. So currently, the current state. Let me just give a couple of definitions real quickly, just to educate some of the viewers. Virtual reality, effectively, is basically completely replacing reality with a digital world. That means complete immersion. Everything around you is completely replaced with a digital world. Mm-hmm. Augmented reality is basically expanding reality with digital assets on top. So similarly, you can think of when you watch a movie, how they recorded it one way, but then afterwards in editing, they added a bunch of post CGI effects and different things. Mm-hmm. So imagine that process happening live as you're looking through a clear glass. So this technology is really revolutionary and is really going to be disrupting a lot of industries in the future. Just imagine the screen that we're currently looking on right now, these TV screens, mobile phone, physical devices we carry around all over the place. Once augmented reality reaches full potential, those devices are no longer necessary, because now you can have virtual screens come up at any time, full screen, big screen, anything you want, and it can follow you, walk with you, have your whole operating system on the go with you. And that's really the plan of a lot of the manufacturers, and that's where a lot of the money is going. So now that they're building this infrastructure, they're going to need apps that create social experience and engage people and bring people onto these platforms, and that's where we come in. So we plan on making all types of partnerships down the road, including with Microsoft Research, reaching out with them to different headset manufacturers. And we feel like we can really grow this platform to be one of the biggest social platforms in VR and augmented space.
Okay, wow. Yeah, I can see where you're going, starting in music, and then it just blossoms out into something pretty incredible, covering all fields.
What a lot of people don't realize is that Google, Sony, LG, all these big players have already spent billions of dollars investing in AR and VR technology already. They're just waiting for good applications like VibeHub to come along to put on, because that's kind of the reason why VR hasn't really taken off yet, because there's not really that many good applications out there that appeal to a lot of people and have been developed really well yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's amazing to me at this day and age that we haven't had VR. It's not just mass adopted, but we're on the tip of that, like the iceberg. Like I think 2-3 years down the road, it's going to be just kind of like how the iPhone hit, and it just kind of hit like a hailstorm, and then overnight everyone, that's what I think is going to happen. Somebody's going to come along and make like a device that makes it easily mass accessible, and yeah, I mean,
exactly.
VibeHub's going to be right there in the middle of it. Like you said, you're going to need apps, and
that's where that's a good example is the iPhone, because think that these platforms are pretty much like an iPhone back in the day, where there's just, you look at an iPhone and it's just you're looking at a blank iPhone, and they're going to need all these applications to fill in that iPhone.
Yep.
And it's very nice to be early where VibeHub is, to put ourselves in a perfect position to be one of those early companies that can get in and make partnerships very easily with like Microsoft and all those other big players, because they need us and we need them.
Yeah,
here's a nice thing. Sorry to cut you off there, but here's a nice thing about this is we're future proofing not only our platform as far as being able to expand it in marketplaces and hubs that will basically branch out to several mainstream and niche markets, but we're also future proofing it in the technology. We're giving you a browser interface that you can access through your local web browser, which everybody has access to. If you happen to have a VR headset, you have that platform, you can handle it. And it's going to also support the future of augmented devices as well. So we're able to future-proof the platform and our currency. And, looking around, I don't see really many applications that are looking that far ahead in the future as far as for cryptocurrency and the blockchain in general.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just look at it this way. VibeHub will have our token sale, we'll hit exchanges, and then what do you think's going to happen whenever we release a video with a big musician to live stream, tweet it, put it on their Instagram, everywhere? That's going to gain a lot of traction and a lot of value to VibeHub at that point. It doesn't, as we've all seen in crypto, even a press conference with just any amount of hype behind it can 10x a company.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What's going to happen whenever we actually prove what we're going to do for everyone to see? What do you think's going to happen to VibeHub at that point? And we're already working on it. I'm already in contacts with booking with musicians, agents down in LA and everything. Like, things are already working for the future. And it's just so good for the artist because it eliminates so many of their middlemen. Mm-hmm. So any artist can at any point, once they get the technology, they can just put on a show whenever they want. They don't have to deal with like tour managers or publicists at that point. Everybody just getting a piece of every single concert they do. Mm-hmm. They can just put it all on their own. They don't need nobody to promote nothing. They can promote it all on their Instagram, and they can keep everything.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing, revolutionary for sure.
And that goes for the workplace too. Like, for somebody who wants to do, like, for a good example I used yesterday was let's say for any sports fans, like Conor McGregor decides he's gonna teach everybody boxing lessons in augmented reality. He sends it a few tweets. It's $50 to go. He's gonna generate hundreds of thousands of dollars or potentially millions of dollars for Conor McGregor appearing right in front of you, teaching everybody just how to kick and box and stuff like that. Oh, wow. That's just one example. And then it can extend to like everyday people. Like, I'm just using big stars at the moment because it's easier to replicate that in the conversation. But eventually, everybody will be able to get in. Like, you know, just the smaller YouTube people, they'll be able to like attend to their fans, and it'll just be one big world where you'll be able to like go see one concert, then hop up, turn around, hop on a train, then go see another concert, then turn around and hop on a train, then you'll be able to go to any type of class of education you want in the world that's on the marketplace for people to monetize.
That's fucking sick.
You know,
YouTube Live. That's
why everybody. That's why a lot of people love the internet. And at one point or another, everybody looked for a way to make money on the internet. You know,
that's true.
You know, everybody has Google search something like how to do a blog or how to make a YouTube channel, and that's why a lot of us got into cryptos, because you can make so much money very fast.
Yeah, you learn to blog real quick. You learn how to make money from it. That's for sure.
Exactly. And we're just giving everybody a chance to make money at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's
in a really cool new revolutionary way that has never been done yet.
Yeah, it's still mind's blowing my mind right now. Just the possibilities. You brought up McGregor. I mean, you think about YouTube Live. This is like crazy. It like takes that to a whole nother level. It's like you pop into their living room. So that's that's absolutely amazing. The potential is endless there. Just so many things, from teaching to entertainment, and just branching off. That's I mean, the use case is just massive.
Just like something I tweeted yesterday. Like I noticed like a lot of people liked it. The online e-learning market is going to go to $325 billion by 2025.
Yeah, okay.
Just by advancing their technology. AR tech just works perfectly into that. Because think about the upsell to be able to give on their courses. I don't know if you ever took anything online before by learning, but it's actually kind of hard because you pretty much have to. It's all just like written down. You got to teach yourself math or just teach yourself everything pretty much.
Yeah.
Instead of actually be able to stream it, for the university to be able to put it on, so then that person appears in your room where they're actually teaching it to you. You know, so it still could be able to stream it. You'd still be able to have the normal curriculum where it's just they teach themselves or charge, I don't know, an extra 30% and have it in AR tech. So it'd be much easier for everybody to learn.
It's pretty cool. So, I mean, so if I think about it, if I'm approaching this, it's just going to be kind of like you say, like a hub. And people with their whatever they want to do, they can just kind of make it into what they want. So if they want to teach with it, they can. If they want to entertain, they can. And you're just going to have like a nice user-friendly interface that just kind of encompasses it all.
Exactly.
Yep.
You'll basically start and you'll have your own personal space that you'll be able to customize it. One of our first order of business, once the token sale is complete, we plan on basically bringing on as many 3D modelers, 3D animators, and basically building thousands of digital assets so you can customize these places. Once you have your own personal spot and you can customize it, well, that'll be your personal spot. But then the hubs will be more public social places where you can discover content posted by several different people in the community. But you can also bring somebody back to your personal space as well, you know, and have private, you know, groups like collaborations and such and such. If we want to take a look at some of the technology real quick behind, you know, what's making this work, because a lot of these things out there that I've noticed, you know, as far as ICOs and in the crypto space, a lot of them are, you know, some good ideas. But really, I don't really see the actual fundamentals to actually implement these things, and really, you know, how is they going to be able to move it forward in the future? So I just want to touch on it quickly. I know I don't want to go over anybody's head, but basically, the 3D engines that we're using to create all of our digital assets and our environments is basically pluggable with the different SDKs, which are developer packs that the different hardware manufacturers release, such as HTC Vive. They have the Steam VR. Oculus has the Oculus SDK. PlayStation has the PS SDK. We're able to basically plug all these SDKs in it and able to create a platform that works on all of these devices. And of course, they have support for augmented like HoloLens as well, all in the same 3D engine. So all the work that we're doing and building in this VR space is easily going to be able to move the AR, same assets. And that's why we're focused on creating high quality assets. And when I'm talking about high quality, I'm talking about the high quality textures, high resolution textures, lighting, the works. As far as, you know, what we currently have built, just so it's clear what we have currently, we currently have multi-user platform that supports multi-users all over the world, peer-to-peer voice chats, peer-to-peer body tracking, and obviously the Vibe currency payment wallet integrated in the application. So those are already currently done. What we will be doing is expanding this and creating several environments and, like I said, digital assets, as well as creating new marketplaces on top of this for those different areas we talked about, like education. Music is more of the entertainment, but we'll have all types of niche marketplaces that are going to come in. And as a user, you're able to access any of these locations, seamlessly, all on the same platform.
Well, you could basically do anything. Like, you could just be like Dan. You could teach somebody about cryptos and stream it if you wanted to. Mm-hmm. You could do it for free, or you could charge $2 of admission for an hour of your time. You can do anything. It's not all for famous people. It can be it's for normal people as well.
Oh yeah, it's definitely for everyone. You could give a lecture in a hall, and with a PowerPoint presentation, show videos, the whole nine. Basically like a TED Talk in a virtual world. We plan on doing all of these things and partnering up with a bunch of people as well to get, content providers to get and put their content also on the platform as well.
Okay. That's fucking, yeah, it's pretty amazing. You guys are coming at it from, like, I've heard of other virtual reality coins, but this one is, this one's kind of going for the jugular when it comes to the market and how to approach it.
Yeah, well, the thing is with the other, I'm not like signaling anybody out with the other VR coins, is like the 360 video is like really, really, really low level technology for VR in general. YouTube is already releasing videos in 360 VR. You know what I mean? It's like this is not new. It's to be quite frank, one of the reasons why VR hasn't even really taken off yet. Because by 2020, most of the market is going to be in AR tech. It's just
one of the beauties also on top of like the hub for music. You're able to post content. We're not trying to compete with YouTube. We're not trying to compete with Spotify. These different streaming services. We promote. We want you to use your existing content you already have up there that you're already monetizing on, and we're giving you a second place where you can embed this content and basically monetize on it twice. You can get the credit from the existing platform that you're already on, and as well as tips from members on our platform. So it's just a way of giving extra knowledge to your current content.
Yeah, I use Steam It, and when I post my YouTube videos to Steam It, same thing. I posted to that LBRY site. If there's an avenue for me to post it and it's going to generate more awareness or money, definitely going to do that.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
And we think that creating these virtual experiences around this is, will engage people and have people retention, have them coming back. So, just the same way a lot of these apps like Snapchat and these different apps that are very popular right now, it's a lot of that has to do with the social engagement and these live videos and people being able to interact with each other live. What's more personal than actually being in a virtual space with that person, being able to see their head movements, their hand movements, and eventually having a photorealistic hologram of that person next to you. Think of potential for dating and just that whole experience, taking somebody on a date to a restaurant in virtual reality. You got to spend a little money to.
If anybody out there has ever seen that before, just put in Tupac hologram in YouTube, then you'll actually be able to get a really good idea of what it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
or even
amazing.
Or even the video we posted that showed current technology currently doing it, and that was 2 years ago with Microsoft Research. If you check out that video we put on our website called Holoportation, you can check it out. And that technology has already evolved further. Is at this point we're just waiting on mass adoption for consumers to be able to get these devices in their hands so everybody can use this stuff. But you don't want to wait till that happens to start developing the content. We want to get that done now so that when that happens, we can flood it and we're there. And we basically, we'll put our brand and put our name in that space.
Mm-hmm. That's perfect. Looking really cool. Anything else you guys want to go over? You fucking killed it.
I think we're good. I think if anybody has any questions, just join our Slack group between myself and a few other members of the team. We're always in there. We have a bounty program going on. If anybody just wants, currently we have 1.2 million Vibe available for just posting a blog post. So any blog posts, and you'll currently get 1.2 million Vibe if nobody else joins in. So there's some.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's lots of like stuff going on Twitter, Facebook. A lot of people are in our Twitter and Facebook, and a few other. Everything's listed in our Bitcoin Talk thread. So just stuff like that. If anybody just wants to get involved and join our community, we're always open to questions, and we're always available, pretty much 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Okay, cool. I'll put all the links in the description and all that so people know where to go. And yeah, definitely. I'm going to be around too. I'm going to be hanging around the VibeHub. Anyone has questions, I'm always available. I live at the computer, so. Cool. All right, we'll wrap this up. I'll kill it here. Thanks for coming on, guys. It was awesome. I can't wait to see this product in action. I'm really excited. And yeah, cheers. Peace.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.